Hello, we're back. Justin is supposed to be over there. Let's bring you back just for saying hello. There you are.
Now get rid
Yay.
of me again.
All
Yeah.
right. We're starting with your deck, though, so what'd you change?
So mine was pretty simple. I added two copies of Walter Fitzpatrick, because he is better for my deck than Gregory Gry was,
Mhm.
and it was kind of tough because I wanted to put more into my damning testimony and just go to one of Walter, but then I realized these two Walters will help like smooth my deck out a lot more, and then otherwise I put two experience into the fabricated evidence, so it's going to enter with two additional evidence on it for the damning testimony.
Nice.
And I also included, sorry, I also banked one XP. I also banked one XP.
Okay, that's six of our seven. Yeah, I thought your Alessandro deck was just, it was a kick just to watch it all go down. You used like basically every card in the, other than the Where's the Party, because we accidentally drew the victory point enemy naturally.
Yeah, but it worked out, and I actually had lots of fun playing it. It was a very fun play pattern. So I'm hoping it does the same thing. I feel like I need to find fine clothes.
Hmm.
That's very important. But I feel like Walter Fitzpatrick kind of does half of that.
Yeah,
So
I like that.
that is nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, I feel like we had a little bit of synergy with the whole we can get some clues remotely thing going
Yes.
on with the enemies, so that's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't take out the interrogates, and I might leave it in there for a while. We'll see.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
The changes I made is I put some XP into the Quicksilver bullets for the custom modification, since I'd like to make this work. This is the one card I really didn't play because it's expensive and doesn't do much at level 0. And
Mhm.
now doing some extra damage here. Oh, you can't even see it on the screen. Well, it's the one that drag this down here. There it is. If you
Oh,
see
yeah,
by,
a lot into that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yep, three or more,
Just more
then you get an
damage.
extra damage. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
what else am I doing here but killing things even better?
Mhm.
How can I afford all the stuff I have? I put in a copy of Bruiser, and I think this is going to be nice for basically all the customizable cards. Once we do get the hyperphysical shockcaster in, this pays for it,
Yep.
and it is an expensive piece of equipment, let me tell you. Well, what are we doing over here? I think we're playing the second scenario, or however they count it, of Alice in Wonderland, and that is called Fool's Mate. 2F.
Yeah.
2F. Okay.
Yeah. You ready to play some chess?
Yeah, I like the little graphic there, and I saw a little bit of what's going on, but let's read the story first.
Mhm.
Then we'll do opening hands and the rest. Okay. The winding paths through the rolling hills remind you of Miskatonic Valley in a way. You might feel at ease if were it not for the glimpses of strange creatures and wisps of shadows each time you look back over your shoulder. Your worries are compounded as the landscape smooths out to tidy fields in perfect squares. Immaculate hedgerows and canals line each plot of land. The grass of each alternates between darker and lighter shades to contrast with its neighbors. The parallel with the chessboard occurs to you at the same moment that you catch sight of several enormous white chess pieces, alive as any person and grouped together fearfully. The pieces regard your approach warily and hold themselves proudly until a distant creaking and cracking sends them back to shuddering timidly. A massive storm of shadows looms several fields beyond your own, churning but stationary. It is a travesty, is it not? You turn to find the White King staring grimly at the fearsome event alongside you. To think we once fought with such chivalry according to the rules of battle with the Red Army. You press the king on his comments, and he realizes rather suddenly that you are not a native of Wonderland. You are perhaps another visitor from Alice's domain? You have impeccable timing. Completely wrong, but impeccable. My own army has lost its nerve completely, and I am in need of new pawns. Strong and keen, brave and true. The king looks to you and stares in uncomfortable silence with a disappointed look stamped on his face. You will have to do. You attempt to protest
Oh.
being drafted, but the White King snorts impudently. Hush, hush, it's an honor to serve a king, you know. All you must do is travel to the 8th square and capture the Red King. Defeat the Red Queen as well, if you are able. You will, of course, meet with some opposition, but I'm confident. No, confident is the wrong word. Optimistic? Satisfied? Yes, that will do. Satisfied that you will find success. Irritation builds within you as the White King's haughtiness, but you consider the situation carefully. You entered Wonderland to seek out and destroy Garothnika's shadows, and such a target is now within your sight. With any luck, you might even be able to convince some of the other white chess pieces to assist you in stamping out this corruption. With some resignation, you accept the White King's badgering and proceed to the edge of his defenses. The Cheshire Cat grins down at you from the battlements, lounging lazily, but eyes fixed on the distant shadows permeating the far side of the chessboard. Beard did a great job writing the intros here. I'm enjoying the
Oh yeah,
story.
yeah, definitely.
Okay. I assume everything here is set up already. It said something about putting the White Queen, I think, into the encounter deck. So I did that.
Yes, because she was our Wonderland boon.
Boon. And then there's some chess movement here. So when resolving the hunter keyword, chess enemies behave differently depending on which piece they're on, or they are. Pawns go normally. Knights, if they're at a row location, which is I think all of these,
Yeah,
they go to distant square, which is off in the distance over here. And then bishops go to an investigator at another odd numbered row, even to even. If neither are true, then no hunter at all. Rook
yeah,
goes all the way until it hits a investigator, but it doesn't
yeah.
attack if it moves more than once.
Move more than once. Yeah,
Queen, bishop, but if it wouldn't result as in a hunt, then it does it a rook move, I guess. Okay, cool.
yeah. And the king does not move, but heal all damage from chess enemies.
Okay, and we've got these weird locations facing the other way.
Yes. And additionally, we also have distance square, which we can, as an action, spend player clues to reveal it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the White King. It's after you take a draw action, and we can exhaust him to draw an additional card. Any investigator of the White King's location may activate this ability. And then the same for resource, but you gain a 2 additional instead of 1 additional.
Cool. We have to go here, and we start at the second row.
We begin to play at the second row. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Can't say I understand any of that, but let's draw some opening hands and find out about the rest. I think we just toss.
So I am a little, admittedly, a little bit worried about this scenario from my perspective.
Okay.
And it's mainly because how do I parlay with chess pieces?
All right. All right.
Okay.
Our first one is you can evade an enemy and then discard a card and then throw it to the third or fourth row. That's kind of cool. Don't think you want to do that, though.
What's our act and agenda?
Right. Agenda 1A, opening strategy. Your arrival on the front line spurs movement from the far side of the board. If any truce was maintained until now, the time for it has passed. Chess enemies gain hunter and spawn at our choice of the 7th or 8th rows.
Mm-hmm.
And these all look like they say you spend 2 clues to move into them, starting with the 5th row.
Yeah, once we get to the red side.
Makes sense. This is the white side.
Things are looking a little bit spooky.
Got it. And then there's this business about the chess enemies and their hunter keywords that we've already seen. Foredoom to advance. And we can also just take an action to move on. Okay, across the board, you can barely make out the silhouette of the Red King's castle amid the darkened clouds ahead of you. It'll be quite an ordeal to make it across the ruined half of the chessboard fields. Advance when we enter the 8th row. Move an unengaged chess enemy according to its movement rules. Okay, so if it's engaged with you, then we can't do that, but you can use your parlay, I suppose.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I take it we can, so we want to protect the White King, I assume, but...
Yeah, it's probably not good if he dies.
Yeah, but I wonder if there's anything cool on the first row to, I don't know.
Yep.
Well, would you like to go first?
Yeah, sure, I'll go first. I got what we like to call actually, maybe I do it this way. I'm going to go Walter Fitzpatrick.
Hey, buddy.
For my first action. Second action, we'll do a lucky cigarette case.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think for my third action, I'm going to just try to replace these cards. We're going to go 6 to 2.
Mm-hmm. No.
Ooh. Classic Justin. All right, that's me.
Okay. I'm thinking about like how greedy I
Oh,
want to
should this be in
be.
your deck, this maimed hand?
No, I'm just gonna start with it.
I think so. I think that's a good way
Just a free
to
draw.
yeah, exactly, right?
If you take a resource action, exhausting two additional card. I mean, I kind of like that. Let's just go see what he's up to. Oh, well, there's more clues here.
Yep.
Okay, I got 5. So let's move. I'm gonna do the thing. I might as well.
Yep.
Just draw 2 cards.
Nice.
It's here.
Hey, look at that.
And then we're gonna play this Bruce.
Nice. Awesome.
All right. It's so funny. All right, I'm gonna give this a good shuffle. There's 42 cards.
Yeah.
One of them is the White Queen, and I didn't really read her other than that she has a revelation effect. How about a Red Knight? Okay,
Knights
so
are fine by me.
they spawn at 7th or 8th.
Yeah.
Okay.
And knights are the guys that they're going to move to distance square and then move directly to us.
All right.
They'll take their L. They'll move the L shape.
So it
They'll
doesn't
go
really
here
matter.
and then there. Yeah.
Okay.
I've drawn Edgier Vision again. Oh, that's not bad, actually. We'll get an enemy to play with, potentially.
Okay.
Test Brain X Rex to the location Shroud, so we'll go 3-2. -1, we just pass.
Okay.
Which is honestly also probably good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you mind if I take the White King this time?
Sure. You gonna come back here?
Yeah, I'm going to come back here, and I'm going to gain a resource, but gain 3 resources.
Nice.
Just an emergency cache. And then I will play this fake credentials because there are shadow enemies in the deck, so we can use that for these.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's me.
All right. I mean, I'm gonna play stuff, but
Oh, I forgot to put suspicion on it in the last game. People are going to yell at me for that. That's okay.
well, you had fine clothes, right? So
Yeah, I think there was one test where I was probably testing like 1 as opposed to 0.
yeah,
That's okay.
the upgraded one is the one that if you don't succeed by 2 or more, it gets
Yes.
suspicion.
I just put 4 XP in my deck for free. It happens.
I'm gonna draw a card.
Oh yeah.
And I think we just we just do this. We play the prime for action. We've got one of these, and it's gonna cost me nothing.
That's great.
I'm sorry, I can't do that unless it's my first action. Well, I'll wait for next round to do that.
What did you do first?
I drew a card.
Oh, you drew a card. You drew a card. Yeah.
We'll get rid of this maimed hand.
Nice. All right. This guy will move in here.
Yep.
And then we can go upkeep.
All right. 2 out of 4. Overextended. I'm not at a shadow location. And if you fail, take 1 damage or maybe lose some resources if I fail by 2 or more. Tokens. -1 for chess enemies. Okay. Yeah, we'll just take this. This is a 3-3.
-1.
Okay, so I fail, so I will take exactly 1 damage, and I will draw a card from that.
Nice.
See ya, Shell Shock.
Nice. Hey, you threw with all your weaknesses. That's kind of sick.
Yeah.
I got a discovered attack. Put discovered attack to play in your threat area. After you enter an enemy's location or an enemy enters your location, I place 1 doom on that enemy. As an action, test brain or book 4. If you succeed, discard discovered attack.
Interesting.
Ay caramba, that's not great.
Okay, 1 doom on that enemy. So we can't move here. And
Yeah, we need to solve that this turn.
we could solve this potentially.
Yeah.
Want me to do that?
Yeah, I mean, you could try. Yeah, you try.
I feel
The
like
only
I
thing is I know
can.
you want to get your gun out. You want to get your gun out too.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Sure.
So we'll do the gun thing that we talked about before.
Yep.
And then I will take the initiative
Okay.
for my second action,
Yep.
and that gives me
Sure.
+2, so 5 to 4, and I'll take a direct
Yep.
damage, draw a card,
7 to 4.
7 to 4. Nice.
Nice. You're a hero, Mark.
Mm-hmm. And then for my last action, I'm going to do that.
Nice. All right. I'm gonna play some fine clothes, and I'll draw a card, but I'll draw 2 with the
Mm-hmm.
White King.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna investigate 4 to 2. Nice. I'll grab a clue, and I'll draw a card. Okay. Send in the guy.
Okay, so he's going to attack me,
Does he have? He doesn't have prey. He can attack me.
but I will not lose any resources if he attacks me.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Or,
sure. Take you. Yeah, you take him.
unless you want him for some other reason.
No, no. I can. We could probably want to kill him. I can. I can get some clues. I can parlay with him. I can start making some moves.
Okay, I'm going to draw a card. And then we go to upkeep.
I'm frenzied.
I might be able to might be able to deal with that.
All right.
3 to 4.
Yep. 3 to 4.
Okay. Shroud here's 2. I think we just keep running through the cards here.
Nice.
-1.
Nice. Yeah, these are shadow locations. Yeah, once we get to the top area. I will draw nonsensical advice. Shuffle any amount of cards in your hand back into your deck and draw an equal amount of cards. For each card you did not shuffle, lose 1 resource. Honestly, I'll take a full 5. I'll take a full a wheel. That's fine by me.
Better?
About the same, I'd say. Maybe slightly worse, but that's okay.
Okay.
None of them are really great. Red Bishop. Okay, so this is the guy that goes odds or evens.
Directly to it. Yeah, so we can put them on an odd, and if they don't move, what happens?
Oh, they just stay.
They just stay. So they stay until we're on a...
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm going to put him on an odd, because maybe we can get to the second row this turn.
Okay. So let me ask you, do you want this guy here? I mean, I could get rid of your frenzied, but I can't do that if you go first.
Good call. Yeah, I'll go first. I'll take the first damage. We'll worry about the next frenzied when it shows up.
All right, sounds good.
I'd love to do some fake credentials against this guy. So we're gonna go 5-0.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, sir. Would you maybe let me discover a clue here? I'm a chess piece. I'm on the red team.
Okay. Very nice.
So we'll grab a clue. Actually put a thing on here this time. That's how this card works. Gain a resource with Walter Fitzpatrick.
I love that.
I'm going to play Friends in Low Places. I'll search the top 6.
Mm-hmm. And you are looking for illicit things, I believe?
Yep. You are illicit. Trying to find my damning testimony, my new favorite card.
Okay. And did you spend a resource for that?
Yes, I will now. Thank you. I'll draw a card off Lucky Cigarette Case as well from that earlier thing. It goes out of order a bit, but it doesn't really matter. Then I'll move up here, and I'm going to investigate at 4-2. Just get us some clues.
Man,
yeah, I'll get us a clue.
I love the 4th action, you know?
Yeah, 4th action is just always nice. Hey, Walter, why don't you take some damage for me, brother?
All right, moving over some more ammo to this thing. And we're just going to shoot. We have 6 to 3. I think that's fine. Hell yeah.
Turns out it was fine.
I guess I could have used Bruiser resources. I gotta not forget about that. It is my plan for dealing with most of the enemies that are tougher. I move here,
Yeah, for sure.
and
All right, it was nice knowing you, White King.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, if you take the card or resource before, it'd be pretty
I
sick.
might as well. Let me take the 3 resources
Yeah.
and then just move up.
All right, this guy cannot move because he's looking for odd rows.
Right.
I'm actually gonna.
Yep.
Nice. Then we get to go upkeep. Okay.
Okay. We advanced the agenda. That went very quick for some reason.
It did. Well, we did go backwards, so it feels like we are just where we started.
Yeah. All right, your preparations across the center line have been carefully observed. Yes, we've been preparing so much here at the back of the board. The red pieces storm out from the darkened castle. You've noticed from the first attackers that the pieces still somehow obey what you consider normal chess rules. Is the Red King still guiding their movements, or is it such a core part of the pieces that they move instinctively? Okay, looking for a King's Shadow, and it goes to our location. Would you like to?
Yeah,
I guess it has to be
I'll
from
grab
here.
it.
Would you
King's
like to be
Shadow.
spawned with you?
Let's see what he does. All right. Aloof Hunter King Shadow cannot be engaged. When you would leave King Shadow's location, it attacks you. After you successfully investigate or discover clues from your location, deal 1 damage to King Shadow.
Gotta do that twice.
Yes.
Well then.
Okay.
Agenda 2A, Counter Gambit. The battle on the chess field continues with increasing fervor. Red pieces flow out from the darkened half of the board with surprising speed to meet your approach. Same thing about where they hunt and spawn.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
We're still looking to
just get up to the top.
Yeah, so maybe we spend these at some point?
Yeah, I'm down for that.
All right. What would you like to do with this?
We should see our Evo cards, our Mythos cards.
Nah, we don't do that.
Yeah, they do suck most of the time.
This again, huh? Are you a shadow enemy? You are, so I'll be taking some horror if I fail. Let's just not fail. What
are you testing?
It's 3-3 at the moment.
Okay. I'll give you +1.
Sure. We'll go up 1. Nice. -1. Yeah.
Beauty. I will draw promotion. If there are no chess soldiers enemy play, gain surge. Otherwise, choose a chess soldier enemy and attach promotion to it. The attached enemy gets +1 fight, +1 evade, and +1 horror. If the attached enemy is a pawn, it gets even stronger. This bishop has been promoted.
Okay, so
+1 horror. So this guy's going to deal 3 horror.
Ay caramba.
Yeah, it's a pretty big guy, huh?
We can move him with the ability on the act. If we want to move to the 3rd row, we can move him to the 6th or something.
Yeah, we could go kill him. We could just go try to beat him.
Yeah. How much health is he?
Do you want me to give you a path out?
Probably.
Okay. Well, I'm going to use my fake credentials. We're going to go 5 to 0 still.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. We'll grab a clue here. We'll grab a resource.
And then 1 damage.
Yeah, 1 damage to that guy, please.
Mm-hmm.
I think for my second action, I'm going to investigate. I think I'm going to do friends in low places first.
Mm-hmm.
Give me 6, please. Yeah, that's huge. I'm going to pay 1 to take this card into my hand. Okay, I got to put XP into friends in low places. I forgot how bad the level 0 version feels.
When it's fast, it's awesome, right?
When it's fast, when it's a fast 9, it's great. Okay, that's really nice. I can play that next turn. I do want to do an investigate. I said I would do that. So we're going to go 6 to 2.
Mm-hmm.
Classic Justin. Just give that a little shuffle. I'm not paranoid. What are you talking about? I mean, we'll just go 4 to 2.
Okay.
I don't think we'll have time to play this bank chop. I'm going to go 5-2. Hey! If you succeed, choose an enemy enemy location or reveal connect location, automatically evade it. I'll just kill this guy instead. And I'll draw a card. That's a really good draw.
Okay, so if you don't move, which you can't, then
Yeah.
he won't move anywhere.
Yeah, we could wait a turn if we wanted to set up a bit.
I guess we kind of have to. Because there's no way for me to get to him without getting attacked. Man, the guard dog would be great in this scenario. Or a dodge.
Yeah.
Or a bulwark.
Yeah, I mean, like, you could move and bring him to you, and then, like, he won't attack you. You could just kill him, but that is a bit risky with 3 horror.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. So I would want to be here. I'd love to take like 2 shots, but well,
I mean, I think we could just wait another turn. We're not making any progress, but that's okay.
nah, let's do it.
Okay.
We can do it. I move here.
Oh.
Well, that's not the plan, is it? Plan is get
We
rid of
just
this
ignore
guy.
this guy forever, yeah.
No, I think we move.
Yeah, I think killing him's right, yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
We'll take a shot. I'll just spend it off the venture here.
Yep.
And we've got this home front.
Nice.
So that should do it.
Hopefully, in theory.
In theory. So he's got +1 fight. Yep. All right. So that is 9-3.
Nice.
We're good.
Very good.
All right. So 1 damage off of here. And these things are gone.
Nice. Huge. All right. Upkeep?
Yep. Crisis averted.
Yep.
1 doom on the agenda. And I have a aloof enemy. Okay.
Oh, is it my birthday? Did the game know it was my birthday? Oh, hell yeah. No
Even
problem.
better.
Yeah.
Look at that.
All right. Oh, I'm at that point where I'm kind of spoiled for choice right now. Why don't you go first?
I mean, what would you like me to do?
I have even more choice now. I think we're just going to press onward. I think I'm going to kind of like leave. This guy's going to kind of pick up these clues for us in time.
Okay. What about looking at the distance square?
I'm going to get to that. You want me to do that earlier? Because I kind of know what it does, but you want me to do it? I can do it when you tell me when to do it, and I'll do it.
You can go first, and I don't know what it does, so I'd like you to spend those clues.
All right. I'll spend 2 clues. You can reveal it.
Okay. A 10 shroud location. Okay. In your campaign log, we record curiosity. We still can't enter it. If the white knight is on the distance square, I don't know what the white knight is. Something if we advance, probably we get that, or I don't know. Deal 1 horror to him, ready the white knight, and move him to any revealed location. Okay. Well.
Yeah, he's still set aside right now.
Okay.
So we didn't do anything wrong. Okay.
Well.
All right. That was my first action.
Yeah.
I'll then move up here. And I got a Beguile.
Ooh.
He's my new friend. That's a free action. We're going to parlay. And then this guy is going to investigate this location. We'll go 5-1.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, sir. We'll draw a card. Zamakona. Nope. Gain a resource with Walter Fitzpatrick. And then I think for my last action, I'm going to gain a resource. I have a game plan. And unless I move up here.
Is that game
what do you
chess?
Think? It might be chess, yeah. No, I'm actually playing I'm playing Call of Duty on a chessboard right now.
I mean,
what if I move forward?
I'm just going to keep moving too, so.
Okay, if you're moving, I'm moving. I'll come up here.
Okay. Well, the white knight.
Yeah, after you reveal the 4th row, put the set aside white knight to play at this location. Shuffle both set aside copies of Absent Minded into the encounter deck.
Okay. The white knight is.
Lightning bolt, discard the top card of your deck, shuffle any of the card of your discard pile back into your deck. Oh, ho, ho.
Ooh.
That's kind of sick.
Okay. Shuffle both of these into there. What do you do?
Investigator's location get +1 to all skills when resolving effects or during attacks, evasions, or investigate on or against chess cards. Parlay, move into a connecting location. Force at the end of the investigation phase, if he is ready at a distant square, move him to any investigator's location.
Okay. So, yeah, +1. Well, so, I mean, look, another free parlay thing for you to do.
Yeah. That is actually pretty sick.
Okay. Well, I'm going to move up. And so we could spend 2 clues. I can keep going. That doesn't sound terrible.
Yeah, if you want to.
Let's do that.
Sure, take 2 of my clues. Get into Shadow Country.
Okay. Reveal top 5 cards of your deck and draw each weakness. Hell yeah.
Well, we already know there's no weaknesses in there.
I'm just going to reveal them anyway for fun. No, not my custom modifications. Okay. So these just go back and get shuffled?
Yep.
They don't get discarded or anything? That sounds fine with me. Okay. So that was 2 actions to move?
Yes, because you started in the 3rd row.
Mm-hmm. And I will play this Hunter's Armor for 2 resources and 2 Bruiser resources.
Seems good.
I love that.
Send my friend up here.
Mm-hmm.
You're not finished. You have to go back to the 3rd row. That's an order. All right, upkeep.
Yep.
It's a good draw.
So does he have to move? Oh, only if he's at distance square. Okay.
Yes, yeah. And we can't move him there. But maybe the treachery we shuffled in does move him there.
Okay. I am.
You have overextended.
I have overextended myself. Okay. There's no chess enemies here. We could just take some damage. Yeah, we're just gonna take some damage, I think. 3 to 4. Yep. Yep, minus a bunch. So
yeah,
I'm gonna lose 2 resources and take 1 damage. I'll put the damage here, drawing me a card, and I'll lose 2 resources. Seems like a fair trade, though.
I am also apparently overextended. But I am very manually dexterous.
Yeah. And it's not parallel for you either.
Yeah, so we're going to go 6 to 3. Nice. 5 to 3, I'll draw 2 cards.
Hell yeah.
Zamacona, this is not the time for you.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Huh.
How do we solve this?
Besides me running backwards?
Yeah, besides that, right?
Can I move like I'm a chess piece? No.
I have an idea. It's not great, but you could come back and kill him, right? If I get him to this location.
Oh, yeah, I'll go backwards.
Okay.
I just don't want to go backwards twice.
All right, my first action is going to be move in here. And then, because it was my first action to move into this location, I'm going to move to a connecting location.
Hell yeah.
All right, Zamacona, I'm going to probably parlay with you a little bit, brother, just so you know.
So you'll parlay with the Haunting Shade?
Yeah, I'm going to do something.
Because he doesn't want to talk to you.
Yeah, I'm going to send the parlay down here. I'm going to send this guy down here.
Okay, so that's a Doom.
Yeah. And then...
Oh, too many. There you go.
I'm going to parlay again down here, and we're going to go 5 to 1 with the basic investigate.
Okay.
Nice. I'll grab this clue and $1. And then I think for my last action, I'm going to play a breaking and entering.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to go 10 to 3. Sorry, 8 to 3. I know how to do math. All right, yeah. He's evaded. and gain a resource. And then we'll move. I think next play we'll be in good position to start moving this guy up and start doing some things.
Where'd you get the resource from?
Walter Fitzpatrick. When I did my investigate on this,
one.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? I could parlay with Samakona. He just won't talk to you.
Oh, that is true. Yeah, he's like he loves everyone else, hates Alessandra.
Okay, we're sending the vicious blow, the 45 that gets us to 6, 7 to 3. There's nothing else going on here, so we just succeed,
yes.
And he goes away.
When will you learn, old man? That's probably why he hates me, because I always call him old man. He looks about my age.
What are we doing with our turn here? Going back? I can move the white knight.
You could move the white knight if you wanted. If you have nothing else to do, send him up.
I'll just play like another gun here. I can do
Guns are great
for one resource. Yep. Okay.
Okay. This guy's going to come up here.
Mm-hmm.
But he's just honestly, he's going to be on clue duty, right? So he's going to always get one clue behind us.
That's so funny.
Then we can go upkeep. It's a good draw.
3 out of 4. Next to the agenda, after a chess enemy is defeated or discarded, takes a damage or lose 2 resources. Say no more.
Yeah. Draw a card? My pleasure. We have a pawn. The first red pawn drawn. Oh my god. The first red pawn drawn, each Mythos phase gains Surge. So this guy's going to gain Surge.
7th row?
Give me that guy. I'll take the cat.
Sure.
And then this is going to surge into a Haunting Shade.
Well, I can kill one of them.
Yeah.
So let me know how you want me to handle that. I mean, we could just move and then they can catch up.
Yeah. Okay. Let me go first.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to parlay this guy up here. And then I'm going to move up here.
Should I move first? So I don't
Yes, you should move first. Yes, you should move first. You go first.
Okay. I move here.
Yeah.
And then I'll draw a card.
Nice.
It's a very funny game. I'm really just looking for the Hollow Mirror at this point. There's only 13 cards left, so we'll get it eventually. I mean, -3 for those. I have to dump cards from my hand again. Hate this. Sure. We're gonna basic investigate, drawing me a card and committing this. So that's 5 to 4. And I don't think we're gonna use this. So it's 6.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Oh, well.
Dang.
Okay. I think that was my turn. I moved. I drew a card, I think, maybe.
All right. We'll send this guy up here. And then I'll move up here. And I'm going to spend 1, 2, 3, 4 to play a Damning Testimony.
Sweet.
And then we're going to use it targeting my friend. So we're going to go 6 to 4. That's not great.
So it's a shroud of.
Oh no, I'm still investigating my location.
Oh, 4. Okay.
Yeah. 6 to 4 is not great. I could go 7 to 4, committing this other Damning Testimony, because there's no way I'm playing 2.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll work.
-1.
Yep. I would love to spend an evidence to grab a clue here. And then I'll also grab a clue here. And then we will send in the clowns. These guys can come up here.
Mm-hmm.
And then this guy's going to come down here because they just move forward.
They just move once, yeah.
Yeah. And then we can go upkeep.
I now realize it would have been a bad thing for me to get that clue.
Oh, I probably wouldn't have done the damning testimony
Yeah,
then.
fair enough. Okay. The red pieces pause their fighting to bow and kneel as an imposing figure emerges from the shadowy veil. The Red Queen, her face somehow both hard and soft at once, gazes hatefully across the field at you as power swells within her. Shadows pour from her robes, and she begins to mutate further. Strike down the invaders, she bellows, racing toward you with tremendous speed. Victory display? How do we get her into the victory display? Okay. So she goes to the 8th row, all the way up here.
All right, and she's a three-player three. While you're engaged with Red Queen, you cannot activate lightning bolt effects or play cards with the fast keyword.
Okay. 6 HP. 8 more rounds, and that's the end.
Mhm.
As the Red Queen advances upon you, the shadows spread with the speed of a wildfire toward the White Castle. Darkness begins to cloud the sky, and each piece of landscape appears like a blackened copy of itself. Okay, what am I missing with this distance square thing? Nothing. Because we haven't been able to get this guy to go there. Okay. Somehow we're just dealing with these shadow creatures instead.
Yes, yeah, doing the show. We probably should start killing them, I wager.
Okay. Spend 2 clues
Okay,
and move it here.
we should see our Mythos cards. We should see our Mythos card too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did spend the clues because you moved into this one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. This is fine. We've got time now.
I also got one.
Okay.
This guy doesn't have hunter. Or sorry, doesn't have prey, so we can give him to you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And the pawn is honestly the weakest guy I've ever seen in my life, unless he gets promoted, in which case he is then the scariest thing I've seen in my life.
Yeah, he's gonna get like a punch or something.
I'm gonna do fake credentials.
Mm-hmm.
No, sorry. First, I'm gonna parlay this guy down here.
See ya.
We don't have time for you, brother. You're my friend. Go get out of here. Mark Harrigan's about to start blasting. All right, so we're gonna go. This is 3, so it's gonna be -2 for the parlay. So I'm gonna go 5-1, attempting to parlay with this haunting shade right here.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Oh, I'll exhaust him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then we have like a whole turn to kind of just chill. Okay, yeah. So I'll grab a clue.
Mm-hmm. I'll take this guy.
We'll put a suspicion on this. And then I think I gain a resource and I play this Looking Glass book to help fight these things.
Ah. Okay. So we're not gonna move this turn, so this guy's gonna come in and hit us. That's okay? Or would you
Yeah,
like
he
to move up
hits
1?
for. Nah, he hits. That's okay. It's okay. He's just hitting for 1 and 1. I have a ton of soak.
Okay.
He can be my problem this turn.
Should I move up to the 6th row or not?
If you're fine with getting the Doom. Oh, you placed the Doom on that enemy. Oh, then yeah, it's totally fine.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought the Doom got placed on this, but no, that's yeah. Go for it. Go nuts.
Okay. So
kill
we're gonna
Mark.
fire this Remington at 6-3. We'll go 1 with the Bruiser here, and I
Yep.
take the ammo from the Remington and put in my resource pool because I'm now Michael McGlenn. Okay, this guy's dead. And then we're going to move up 1, spending your 2 clues.
Mhm.
Let's see what's up here.
There's a Doom on this guy.
Yep. Sure. That doesn't seem too bad. Every time you enter it, though.
Yes.
That's a little bit worse. Okay.
But hopefully we never have to go back.
Yeah. We're just gonna go 3 to 3. Okay, we fail. Losing an
Okay.
action. This guy will come to me during upkeep, and then
And then she's going to come to you because
right.
she moves like a bishop.
That seems fine.
And she'll hit you for 1 and 1. And then this guy's going to come up here. Oh, we got a lot of doom suddenly.
Okay. Upkeep.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Look, you're about to go to war. I'm probably going to send my shade up to you.
Okay. I need to get rid of one more card. And it's probably a Tetsuo. Okay. Great. 4 out of 8. Bye.
That's unfortunate. No, we can deal him a horror to move him.
Move him to my location. That way I get
Yeah,
plus
because I was
one.
planning on parlaying him up there for you, but
Okay.
now I don't need to.
No shadow enemies here, so that's fine.
I was gonna send my guy up.
Well,
I mean, I can maybe get rid of Deepening Dusk in that case.
yeah.
Bad news.
Does it have to go
This
to a
pawn.
pawn?
Yeah, because it has to be a chess soldier,
Oh,
and
she's not a
she's
soldier.
royalty.
Okay,
So this
plus one
guy
fight.
gets what?
Plus
Yeah.
hmm.
So +2 fight, +2 health, +1 evade.
Okay, so 4, 3, 3. No, 4, 3, 4. Okay.
Do you mind if I still send my guy up there?
Um. I mean, I can only do so much damage right now.
I
Now,
mean, I could potentially evade him as well.
yeah.
I just feel like this guy, if he keeps following us from behind, it's probably going to be an issue.
I'm planning on just taking out the red queen right now. I could,
Okay.
once this gets cleared out, I feel like I can then deal with this problem. And we do have enough doom, right?
Yeah. Okay, I'll kick this can down the road then.
No. You can send him my way.
Okay, I'm also gonna I'm gonna deal a horror to this guy and send him to your location because you're gonna get +1 on all your, not a doom, a horror.
Yeah.
Because then you're gonna get +1 to all your stuff.
Yes. So actually, yeah, you can send the shade. I can deal with him.
Okay, let's send him up here. He's gonna get another doom on him.
So he doesn't have aloof, right?
Current, yeah, no, he's actually just vibing here.
Yeah.
He will have aloof here, yeah.
But if you want to get all the clues off too, that's fine with me. I'll take them.
Okay. Let's move in here. We're gonna do this foot test.
Mm-hmm.
We have 5 to 3 because the white knight's helping. Yeah, 5 to 3 is fine.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. So this guy has. Honestly, it's the red pawn. I do not want to
Sure,
have to.
yeah, exhaust him.
Okay. That's good.
Okay, and now I have 2 actions left. Do you want me to get rid of this Deepening Dusk, or do you want me to get this guy no longer aloof?
If you get the clues, that would be better.
Yep. That's no problem for a gal like me. Let's fake credentials. No, let's damning testimony. Actually, the shroud's crazy. This is only we're gonna go 5 to 2. Seems so much better. I'm gonna go 7. Oh, place a doom on every enemy, by the way.
Okay. This might be the end of this scenario.
Yeah, no pressure. Maybe I should have tried to get rid of that before. But too late now.
Okay.
So we're gonna go 7 to 2. And I'm gonna commit this contemplative. That's a Faustian bargain. Contemplative.
Nice.
Nice. Draw a card off cigarette case. I'm frenzied, but I don't care. I'm going to grab 2 clues. Okay. And then my last, I'll gain a resource and put a thing on this. So what we're learning is even though I missed the things on this, it was not an issue. It would have been totally fine.
Mm-hmm.
I have 1 action left. Any of these guys got retaliate? No. How much did I succeed by there?
No
A
idea.
lot, because I
A
did the
plus
Elder
one.
Sign.
I think you had a plus one, I think, on one of those.
Okay, so then I can succeed enough to this Honed Instinct.
Sure.
And then with I'm gonna spend an extra action and get rid of this Deepening Dusk.
Okay. Okay.
Just to make it a little bit easier all across the board.
Okay, so we need to do.
All right, Mark. Good luck.
We need to do 8 damage, right?
Yeah. You also could feasibly do a 6 damage. 5 damage to get rid of these 2.
Okay.
That could be the other way you do that.
Well, this is the easier one, right? There's no bonuses other than the +1 fight.
Yep.
So we start with the Remington on that. And we don't get any bonuses from the White Knight either.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're just, what, 6 to 3?
6 to 3. And we can use our one of these.
7 to 3.
7 to 3.
Good luck.
Okay.
Nice.
It's 1 down.
Dead.
Okay.
All right. On the plus side now, even if you miss, we don't advance.
Right. We got this Act of Desperation.
Yay.
We love to see it on the Remington. So it's going to leave play. So we will trigger this ability and spend another one of these.
Yep.
So it puts us at 7 to 3.
Yep.
Yep.
Nice.
Okay. Then we do the Act of Desperation part, which is +3. So 8 to 3.
Nice.
Okay. And then I get 3 resources.
Nice.
And then we fire with the gun.
Nice.
6
to 3.
6, 7, 8. Hell yeah.
Beauty. Beauty. All right. That was great. Great turn all around.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I should take a damage and shuffle this into my deck.
Right. Okay. I knew I had the 8 damage there somehow.
The Remington's sweet with that Act of Desperation.
Yep.
All right. Upkeep.
Okay.
Oh, my guy died. How sad.
We have 4 of 8 now. Fine.
Oh, sure.
Fine. I guess I had +1 to all of that. I completely forgot. Oh, well.
Oh, my God. The red rook.
So still the 7th or 8th row?
Yeah. This guy moves. I'm going to put him at 8 because then he will move. He won't attack us. We can kind of just like kill this pawn, get stabilized a bit.
Mm-hmm. Move up. Okay. Sounds good to me. So this guy does 1 and 1 still. Yeah. 1 and 1 isn't that bad, right?
No, it's nothing.
Okay. We're going to take an attack of opportunity to be primed for action.
Nice.
So we're going to play this Remington, reducing its cost.
Nice.
And I'll reduce its cost with that, so I pay nothing.
Nice.
And then we attach this.
Nice.
Okay, and the 1 and 1 needs to go on something. Honestly, yeah, just
it
kill
did
this.
its job. It did. You paid nothing. You paid what, 2 for it? That's nothing.
Yeah. Okay. And then I guess we just fire with this thing.
Yeah.
Hoping to succeed by 3. So I have just succeed by 3 on this. So we have 6, 7 with the White Knight, to 4. What's left in the deck? Yeah. We're going to play Practice Makes Perfect.
Nice.
Searching the top 9 cards, which is really 6, to find the only card left.
Nice.
Okay, let's get the math again. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to 4. I'll spend the Bruiser Buck on that.
Nice.
That's our second action.
Beauty.
-3. That seems to be enough,
Yeah.
right?
It is, yeah, for sure.
Okay. This
You
is
get that
also
overpower back.
I get the overpower back and another card. Hell yeah. Move? No, we don't want this guy to attack us, right?
Yeah, if we don't want to take the 2, we could. If we don't want to take the 2 damage, we could also try to clear out these. I'm gonna try to maybe these discovered attacks need to go. So
I'm gonna play this Wolf Mask.
oh yeah.
Okay, I'm feeling pretty good.
Okay, I'm gonna try to get rid of one of these. I'm gonna go 6 to 4. I'm gonna go 7 to 4. I'll try to get rid of yours.
Mm-hmm.
It's gone. We might as well leave this guy here. So then for my last action, I'm gonna play a bank job. I'll take 6 of it. Why don't you take 2 of it?
Sure.
And then this guy will move to us, but he won't attack because he moved more than once.
That's right.
And he will get 1 doom placed on him. Not the whole thing.
Okay.
Just 1.
Good upkeep.
Then we can go upkeep.
All right, 4 out of 8. A red pawn.
Okay.
Where do you want him?
That's
7
fine.
or 8?
Yeah, I think 7's fine.
Okay.
I will draw. After chess enemy is... Oh, I guess we missed that earlier.
Oops.
So you'll have to take a damage or lose 2 resources.
I will have taken a damage.
All right, then here's another one. Okay.
Sophie cares about having 5. That should be fine.
5, yep.
Okay.
Can I go first?
Mm-hmm.
Do you mind if I get rid of this white knight?
Are you going to kill the red rook, or do you need him?
No, I'm going to use this pawn. He's got my name written all over it.
You're going to use this pawn, Justin. I hear you. Yeah, you can.
Let's commit Walter Fitzpatrick as we try to get rid of my discovered attack, because I feel like just having this knot here is going to be very nice.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to go 7 to 4 again. Nice. Okay, huge. And then I'm going to move up here. Well, I'm going to... That white knight is good. So we're going to move him up here.
Sure.
With my free parlay. And then I'll spend 2 of my clues to move up here. When you build 7th row, search the encounter deck, just go pop for chess enemy and spawn and engage with investigator at this location. If you search the encounter deck, shuffle it.
Okay.
I think I'm going to grab another pawn.
Okay.
I'm just going to grab it from the discard pile.
That's fine.
Hello, boys! Okay. That was my second action. I'm going to fast out a Beguile on one of these pawns. And then I think... How do you feel about killing your red rook and then killing one of these pawns?
They're only 1 health, so sure.
All right. Then we're going to, instead of evading these guys, we're going to try to do some damning testimony with them. Nope, don't spend that yet. You're getting too cocky. We have 6, 7 to 4. Yeah, 7 to 4 is fine. Nice. I'll draw a card. And then I'll spend one of these and I'll get 2 clues off of this location.
That's awesome. All right.
Just
So
don't kill my buddy. You can kill the other guy. I hate him. Oh, sorry, no.
I
Yeah.
close my eyes. Can I just pick which one to knock off the board?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to do the Remington, and we're going to commit this vicious blow. We need
Nice.
to succeed by 3. So we are at 5, 6, 7 to 3. We can use a wolf mask to go
So
8,
9 to 3.
9. And then -4s get us to 5 to 3. So we still need to spend 1 off our bruiser.
Nice.
That's the -4.
Nice. Nice.
I could have, of course, redrawn it with this thing, but even so.
I always do forget about that mode of the card.
We move up.
Oh, this is a victory location. Hell yeah.
Yeah. And then do you want one of these guys dead?
Yeah, punch the guy without that I'm not currently trying to woo.
Okay. 5 to 2.
Oh, sorry. You trigger the sacrifice. Lose 2 resources or take a damage.
Resources are gone. Okay. I don't think I need to interrogate anymore, so we will just commit this and be up 4. 6 to 2.
Sure.
All right, this one's done.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, enemy phase.
Yeah, I'll get bonked.
Okay, go to
We
upkeep.
can go upkeep.
And then 4 of 8.
I've been 4 of 8 for the last 3 turns.
I love it. I love the Doom cards, honestly. Okay, see you, buddy. I guess I was...
that's not very cash money.
I actually was +1 anyway, so shouldn't have committed that card. Anyway, yep.
Gotta fill your mask up.
Yes.
The White Queen's here!
Oh, finally.
Right. Surge. Put the White Queen's play next to the agenda deck. As a reaction, when a squid token is revealed, cancel that token. Do not reveal another token. Discard the White Queen.
I guess. What if we leave her here until the end of the scenario? Does that mean, like, we win or something because we move the queen all the way over here?
That would be sick. I cannot give you any information. It is against the code.
Okay.
Anyways, threat in position. While there's a chest in your location, you get -2 to all skills except during fight or evade attempts. You're really gonna do me like that, buddy?
You want me to get rid of it?
You're really gonna do me like that? No, I think it's okay. I think you deal your thing, and maybe even like we can reveal what this 8th row does.
Yeah, I figure there's something special there that I could be ready, guns blazing
like,
for.
Yeah, maybe like a red king or something.
Maybe a red king. Of course, I do need to get rid of this, unless you want to deal with him.
Yeah, I can deal with him.
Okay.
I'll go first.
Yeah.
Hey, good looking. How's it going? Why don't you
Buzz
go
off.
here? Just never become an issue.
See ya.
All right. I guess I'm going to try to evade this guy. We're going to go 4 to 0, 5 to 0. Nice. He'll be evaded. I will gain a resource. And then I'll move up here.
Okay. We advance. Literally, we've been advancing the whole board. Through the swirling of darkness, you charge up the steps of the Red Castle and burst through the towering double doors. The Red King sits at the opposite end of a grand hall, seated languidly in a grand skeletal throne. He does not make any motion as you enter, because he's a chess piece, though the shadows leaking out of his hooded cloak begin to pour with increasing volume. So we get the Obscure Overload version, and she's in the victory display, so she doesn't spawn.
Yes, yeah.
Good, because that would be mean. Okay, Obscure Overlord. Okay.
What's up, brother?
1 fight, 8 health, 3 evade, alert, cannot make attacks opportunity during the investigate actions. Okay. While there are more than that many clues, it gets +2 fight and retaliate. After investigator discovers any amount of clues, deal X damage. Okay, that's like pretty friendly. And then we probably want to not just defeat him right now, because I assume there's some victory points here.
Yeah, well, there are player a few clear clues of this location. Is it cost to investigate, choose and discard a card from your hand.
All right. Man, I was going to go in and just kill him. I could
Um,
do some damage, though, right?
yeah.
Wouldn't be so terrible.
The only thing is I need to discover, I need to get clues.
Yeah.
So you cannot make attacks opportunity during investigate actions. While there are player more clues on the 8th row, he gets +2 fight and retaliate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I also get -2 to all my skills, which is really throwing a big damper on this card right here. How do I want to do this?
So you've done 3 actions
I
so
have
far?
one action left. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna deal a horror to the White Knight and send him to this location.
Okay. Seems good.
+1 on all of our stuff seems really nice.
Mm-hmm.
So let us do this damning testimony. We're gonna go 7-4. -2, we're 5-4. +2, we're 7-4. Will York, eat your heart out.
Hmm.
All right, 7-4. -2. I'll spend evidence to get 2 clues.
Seems good.
I'll deal 2 damage to this guy.
Okay. 6 to go. Yeah. I mean, I can just move in and shoot the gun. What do you want me to do?
Yeah, shoot the gun. Yeah. Seems great.
Well, let's actually just use this act of desperation, though.
Nice.
So this leaves play, and that gets us. We do the thing. It's +1, so I've got 6. Let's go 7 with the White Knight.
7-3.
Mm-hmm. I mean, nothing else
Seems all right.
is worse than that. Okay, that is
Nice.
technically 3
2.
damage. Maybe?
Is that still attached when it leaves play? That's a great question.
Ooh, let's see here. So this says, well, if you succeed by 3 or more while attacking with attached asset, this is an additional cost. It's when, so it's not left play yet. So yes,
Nice.
because it's actually not in the discard pile or anything yet.
Okay.
I'll get 3 resources.
So I just need to make sure I need to get with this because you haven't attacked with the act of desperation yet, right?
Oops. Yep. Let's do that.
So I just need to make sure I get 2 clues at once for this investigation.
Is that possible? Yeah. Right.
Well, I mean, it's the damning testimony.
Okay. Anyway.
And then,
yes.
yeah, especially if you get rid of my threat in position, it'll probably be okay.
Okay. So this is +3, so we're 8. Okay. 2 more damage.
2 damage.
And I got the 3 resources already. I'm just gonna protect myself and play this other hunter's armor for $2.
Nice. All right, this guy's gonna deal me a horror.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going upkeep. I'm frenzied again.
Okay. Zugzwang. Well, we're not leaving this location, as far as I know.
That's nice. We haven't seen that yet.
Bad stuff would happen otherwise. Look, another one.
Do not leave. Zugzwang is the worst place to be right now. Okay. Do you want to get rid of my threatened position?
Sure. Yeah, that goes here. And then you're going to finish him off with the clue, right?
Yeah, that's my hope.
Is this forced if you... Yes. Okay. Then... I do nothing else.
Cool. All right. I'm going to do a damning testimony. So we have 7-4.
You need some more on that, right?
No, because I got the cat.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just cancel that token. Thanks, White. I mean, no, you want to leave her, and it doesn't actually matter, so we're good.
Yeah.
I'll spend the additional thing to grab it. Sorry, I'll spend the evidence to get an additional clue, and then I will kill this guy.
Sweet. Then we must advance. You strike the Red King with every bit of courage you can muster, and all at once the red pieces freeze and the shadows advance halts. The entire area seems suspended in time for a moment before the king slips down out of his throne and splays on the floor before you. Okay. Then we go to R2.
Before you go to R2, you have to attack. There is this thing up here you need to read first before resolving any other resolution. It's my big pet peeve. This is going to happen in this scenario, this campaign, so I'd always suggest checking that first.
Okay, Red Queen is in the victory display. Yay, pawn takes queen. After several minutes of protracted battle, the tenacious Red Queen collapsed to the ground, unable to pursue you any further. You take a moment to catch your breath and have barely rested a moment when you can hear a loud call nearby. The White Knight approaches on his horse and promptly falls off, but just as quickly stands to the left. Ah, what a glorious battle that was, young pawn. Few are able to keep pace with the queen at all, but you have done so splendidly. I don't really understand how you could have gotten through without killing her. She seems like she's kind of in the way. I guess you could evade and leave or something. With skills such as yours, why, I dare say you have the makings of a fine knight within you. The knight's lack of perspective is oddly refreshing amid the horrors being wrecked by the shadows, and you give him an appreciative nod. 1 tally mark under Strength of Wonderland. Record that the White Knight revels in your victory over the Red Queen. And then we go to Resolution 2.
R2. Right?
Yeah. All right. You approach the fallen Red King cautiously. The shadows have ceased to flow out of him, but you're not about to take extra risks if you can help it. Moments pass without event, and gradually the sound of the Red King's labored breathing magnifies. You turn him over and are astonished to find that despite his injuries, the king is asleep. You open the Red King's eyes manually, only to find them filled with swirling darkness. Whatever shadowy power has possessed the king is keeping him alive even in this state. You ponder the possibilities, and it soon becomes clear what has happened. Garathnica is an eater of dreams, and even the denizens of a dream can have dreams of their own. The Red King's dreams sustain the shadows as they try to consume both Wonderland and Arkham. You grimace with pity as you deliver the merciful killing blow to the Red King. As the death blow lands, the shadows retreat from the castle with an echoing shriek. The remaining red chess pieces, however, turn to retire without any sound or expression. Perhaps some core principle drives them to obey the rules of chess, even when controlled by Garathnica's shadows. Whatever the reason, you're relieved you won't have to fight your way back out of the castle. You return wearily across the battlefield to the opposing castle of the White King, who meets you proudly. A fine victory, just fine. I knew I was right to put my confidence. No, wait, it was satisfaction. Satisfaction in you. Come now, we must feast and revel before we go to gloat of our victory to the Red King. You say nothing, not wanting to sour the mood and possibly upset the White King. If there's one thing you've learned, it's that the inhabitants of Wonderland are notoriously short-tempered. You give a non-committal answer and let the king return to his celebration as you quietly depart. We record that the White King celebrates a grand victory. 1 more tally under the Strength of Wonderland. Victory is 6. And then we go to interlude the White Queen. Seems right?
No, Lion and the Unicorn on page 35, because we're going through the Looking Glass, yeah.
Right, of course. 35. Thank you. More reading. Here we go. The Lion and the Unicorn. It's difficult to judge how far you've trekked through Wonderland. Milestones and landmarks are few and far between, which makes the finding of an actual road all the more welcome. A simple dirt lane cuts a surprisingly direct path through the countryside. You follow it with anticipation building inside you as the dusty earth transitions to loose gravel and finally orderly cobblestones. You scarcely have time to hope for any sort of relief before you arrive at the outskirts of a derelict village. It's clear that Garathnica's minions have ripped this town apart. Each stone wall bears the same deep gouges that you have seen from other sites of their attacks. You watch each darkened corner of the village as you walk further into its heart. As you near the center of the small town, the sounds of commotion grow steadily louder. You peer round a corner cautiously and gawk at the sight coming from the village square. A lion and a unicorn, standing on two legs, each and back to back, are fending off an advancing crowd of shadowy beasts. You watch in amazement for several moments as the two expertly combat the dark creatures. However, as the din of combat begins to fade to ambience, you begin to catch spatterings of conversation from the pair of animals. You're slacking. Positively slacking against these fiends, the unicorn calls out from amid the melee. You're going to make us miss the refreshments. Your complaining slows you, the lion retorts with a growl. I fight twice as hard as you ever could. The two continue their brawl, glancing with irritation at each other whenever they can spare a glance. You consider that the two may have once been rivals before being forced into fighting the shadows together. With each passing second, each works to deliberately put the other at a disadvantage. Their wider swings clip each other, their poor footing trips the other, and their exchanges grow more and more volatile. At the rate that they're destroying their own fighting chances, you have only a small window to act. If we don't settle this for them, they're dead meat, or we're not about to risk our necks for these blundering idiots. Well, I think we've been fairly friendly here. Let's do the if we don't settle this for them, they're dead meat. So,
Yeah.
all for one, one for all. Take a deep breath. You decide that you decide that the risk of facing down another horde of shadows is worth gaining a few new allies. You rush out from the building and begin pummeling the closest of Garathnika's minions. The lion and the unicorn regard you strangely, but allow you to join them in standing back to back against the shadows. You bark orders at them to shape up and focus on their foes, and while the rivals don't respond verbally, they obey to keep the fight going. You've never seen this many of the shadows attacking the same spot at once. Their relentless assault doesn't give you an opportunity to consider anything but staying alive, however. Monster after monster hurl themselves at you, clawing and biting savagely, but repelled time and time again. It's Mark Harrigan, basically. I don't know what you're doing over there.
I'm just sipping on my martini still. Just enjoying it.
For minutes, the melee drags on until the last flow of enemies evaporates. You stand raggedly, as do the lion and the unicorn, utterly exhausted and not a bit bruised from the attacks. Plum cake, the lion calls out, and the unicorn echoes his strange demand. This sort of fight deserves a king's refreshment. You don't have anything to offer the duo, though you do pose them several questions. You may have fought well, but don't think you're anywhere near our mark, the unicorn brags down to you. The crown must go to one of us, to me, to be precise. The lion scoffs and attempts to rebuff the claim, but you ignore his grumbling. You explain that whatever crown they're fighting for is nowhere to be found. The blackguards, the lion snorts, stole my crown while they ruined our sport. The unicorn stamps its hooves in half agreement, calling for the crown. We'll retake the crown and then fight for it once again. See that we don't. You decide not to raise any further objections as long as they've settled on working together against the shadows. The less you'll have to reason with these mad animals, the better a time you'll have. Once again, tally mark under Strength to the Wonderland, and we get the lion and the unicorn under Wonderland boons, and then we get a weakness. Okay, injury, curse, or omen. Let's jump over here.
All right.
We'll do the setting here. Injury, curse, or omen. This one's for me.
Oh no.
And for you, 13th vision.
Okay. Countering my tested 0 crap that I'm doing.
Yeah, actually, that's kind of sick. Okay.
And then you have guidance from Alice.
Nice. This is the shorter one. Well clear of the abandoned village, you try to take your bearings. As before, it's difficult to find any landmarks amid the wide open fields of Wonderland. The ripples of the wind through the tall grass give the appearance of waves of water, until strangely you spot a hint of blue amid the pale green. A river begins to wind its way toward you, as if being carved into the land as it traverses the fields. This cannot be another of Wonderland's random occurrences. Your thoughts return to Alice as you change course to follow the riverbank trail, wondering if her influence could create such a stream just like that. And we'll be going to sibling rivalry on page 32.
Nice.
Okay, we got ourselves another weakness. That was a fun scenario. I enjoyed it.
That's a fun one. Yeah, that's a fun one.
Yep. Let us do our thing a bit. I enjoyed the custom modifications and the Remington we saw in play here too. Very cool.
Yeah. I will say that of the two paths, I much prefer this path than the other path.
Oh, okay. Because I'm
Because I
playing
think
it
it
with you.
ends with like, yeah, exactly, yeah. Because I think it ends with two of the more complicated scenarios. So
Instead
like
of it
the
being
other
at the
one, you
beginning.
start with like the two complicated. Like this one is pretty like obtuse when you first get to it, but then like it plays really easily.
Hmm.
The other ones, not so much. They're a little bit more. They're fun though. I feel like every scenario in this campaign is very fun.
Yeah, that's well designed. I'm enjoying the heck out of it. So we'll see you next week for it was called something.
Sibling rivalry.
Sibling rivalry. Okay, great. We'll see you next time. See ya.